Hi friends, my name's Sophie and welcome to your practice. Today we're doing a practice that's special because it's no weight bearing on the feet. So it's if you have an injury of some sort in your foot or ankle or lower part of your leg, then this practice is perfect for you. So we do need 2 blocks for today's practice. We're going to start out by sitting on one in a cross-legged position, so you can just move the other one to the side. We'll use it in a little bit. And whatever way you need to sit, it doesn't have to be cross-legged. You know, if you have an injury, you have a cast or a boot, you might need to configure it for your body right now. Maybe even sitting on a chair, it's completely fine. And you can come back to the mat when you're ready. So once you get there, let's find a nice long spine. Bring your chin slightly down so the crown of your head reaches to the sky. Take a big breath in to fill up the belly, like your diaphragm is expanding, so feel it fill up. And on exhale, belly draws in. Inhale, fill the belly. Full breath. Exhale, let it go. Navel goes back in. Once more in. And exhale. And you can close your lips and breathe in and out of the nose, if possible, for this practice. And notice how just a few deep breaths changes your mind and changes your state of being and your state of awareness. If the eyes are closed, you can gently blink the eyes open and slowly extend your arms up to the sky. Take an inhale. On exhale, bring your right arm down and let your left arm go up and over. For your side bend, make sure your right shoulder is not in your ear, so draw it down. Rotate your ribcage to the sky and find a lightness and an airiness to the stretch. So you're not holding any tension, you're letting the face relax. Now on your inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, side bend the other way. Continue to let the breath move in and out through the belly. And on inhale, reach the arms back up and bring your hands to your heart. Good. Reach the arms up again. Inhale. Twist on your exhale. So bring your right hand behind you. It might not touch the ground since you're up on the block, and that's okay. It's just floating there. Left hand to right knee. And if you want, you could even take a half bind with the right arm or the arm that's behind you. Now, as you're here, take your gaze over your front shoulder and look down to stretch through the right side of the neck. Especially if you have the right arm behind you in a half bind, drawing that shoulder down and back will really help get even more traction and more stretch in the left side of the neck. Good. Bring your chin back to center. Reach both arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the other side. So your left hand can go into half bind, or you can just float behind you. Feel the breath, how it makes the chest rise and fall and the shoulders rise and fall. So it's like you're breathing through the whole body, not just the nose. And look over your right shoulder if you'd like, and maybe gaze down. Or you can figure out where it feels best for your neck. Might have to play around a little bit. And bring your head back up to center. Reach both arms up. Bring your hands behind your head. Interlace them at the nape of your neck or at the bottom of the skull. And take a back bend and open. On inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, release your arms down. Let's move into tabletop now. So hands and knees. And we're going to move through some cat-cows. So as you inhale, belly drops down, shoulders draw back. Notice how the head goes with the spine. Exhale, round and curl, chin into your chest. Keep going, or find any other movement that feels good to you to open up the spine. Then we're going to make our way back to a neutral spine. Turn the hands around so the fingers face your knees. And if it's too much, you bring your hands closer to your knees. It will make less pressure. Tuck your toes. And we're going to lean back so that you're sitting on the heels. And then go all the way forward. So we're just kind of taking some movement and getting a stretch in the toes as well. Feel free to take some circles. Let's do 3 in each direction. If it feels like too much, just stay where you are. Stay in stillness. This can be a lot for the forearms, especially if you don't do it very often. Switch directions. Good. One more circle. And come all the way back to center. Turn the hands back around. And then reach your right arm up to the sky, as high as you can. Find space through your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, weave your right arm through to the left. Set your right shoulder down and walk your left hand forward. Find your breath. Relax your head. Notice if you're unconsciously trying to keep weight, if you're lifting up the head, let it relax. There's always those subtle little shifts we can make that actually make a huge difference in our practice. Option to take your right arm up and take a half bind, or your left arm up, sorry, the arm that's on top. And then reach your arm back up, inhale, exhale, bring it down, scoop your right arm up to the sky, inhale, exhale, come back into table. Now lift your left arm up or do whatever one is the opposite. Take a couple breaths here. Feel the expansiveness. Inhale, exhale, weave your left arm through to the right. Set your shoulder down and walk your right hand forward. Relax your head. And again, can you feel the belly here rising and falling? Option to take that right arm up and go into a half bind. Reach the arm back up if it's in that bind. Everyone bring your hand down to the ground and take your left arm back up to the left. Inhale, open. Exhale, table. Wonderful. Grab your 2 blocks and we are going to put the elbows on the blocks. I like to start with the middle height. That's probably a good place to be. So bring your palms together and your elbows on the edges of the blocks. And then as you drop your chest down, you kind of walk your elbows forward a little bit and bring your thumbs to the back of the neck. Maybe your head touches the floor, maybe not. It doesn't really matter. Just getting a nice stretch into that upper back. Let's take 2 more breaths. From here, rise back up. Come up onto your hands. And then move your blocks out of the way. And we're going to step the right foot outside of your right hand. And you're really not putting much weight on your right foot. You're just letting it be there. And of course, modify however you need to. Good. You can stay here or you can push your right knee away from you with your right thigh. With your right hand. And then reach your right arm up to the sky. And bend your back knee and grab onto your foot. And if that's not happening for you, no worries. Just leave your right arm straight up to the sky. Try to get your shoulder blades stacked. Try to get your right shoulder stacked on top of your left shoulder. So that means you have to really bring your left shoulder back more. Open through the chest and breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Release your foot. Bring your hands down. And then you have your blocks here if you want. We're going to straighten out the right leg into half splits and slide the foot between the hands. So lift and lengthen your spine. And then fold and bring your forehead down. We're going to do that movement a few more times. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bring it down. Your spine is kind of moving like a jellyfish. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Lift up halfway, stay here. Keep your left hand on your block. Reach your right arm up to kind of increase the stretch through the outer right leg. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right hand back down to the ground. Wonderful. We're going to make our way back into table and then step your left foot outside of your left hand for lizard. Shift your hips forward. Take a moment to settle into the hips. You can also stay here with your hands down for the whole time. Or if you want to kind of move on from here, you can put the left hand inside of the left thigh, push it away from you. An option to lift your left arm up and bend your back knee, grab onto that foot. Again, stack your left shoulder on top of your right by really plugging your right shoulder back. Pull that foot towards you for 3, 2, 1. Release your foot. Bring your hands down. We're going to come into our half split. So you straighten out your left leg and then slide the foot between the hands. Flex the foot. You want your hips stacked right over your right knee. Lift and lengthen the spine and fold forward. Keep it going on your own. Find the rhythm. One last time. Lift and lengthen the spine. Keep your right hand on your block and reach your left arm up. Just a couple breaths. Expand. Inhale. Exhale, put your hand back down and then step back into tabletop. Good. From here, we're coming into a seat. So take your legs straight out in front of you. And I want you to grab the blocks again on the middle height or the lowest. The lowest is going to be a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to start with the middle, and then if you want to adjust it, you can. What we're going to do is the legs are straight out in front of us. We're going to press our hands into our blocks and lift the hips off the ground. So you're kind of using your core strength here. And you can stay here and work this, or maybe you work to lift one foot. Maybe you work to lift the other foot and bring it down. Let's do a couple more times. Lift, lift, lift. One more. Lift. Stay here. Ultimate challenge. Can you lift both legs for 3, 2, 1. Sit back down. Great job. I know that's a hard one. All right. So bring your feet together. And we're going to fold over the legs. So hold onto your feet. Wrap your hands around them. Lift your chest. And then you're folding forward. Press your elbows into your knees. Go a little deeper, a couple more breaths. Really tune inwards here. Then rise back up. Take your right leg out to the side and bend your left knee inside. What we'll do here is we're going to turn and face the right leg. Lengthen. So you kind of have an acute angle here. It's not super wide. And then walk your hands forward and fold over your right leg. Try to bring the forehead towards the knee. Let your upper back relax, your neck relax. Slowly rise up. And switch legs. Turn to face the left knee, lengthen, and fold. From here, let's rise back up. Take both legs straight out in front of you. We're going to fold over the legs. So lift and lengthen, and fold and grab onto your feet. Just about 5 breaths here. Really tune in for only 5 breaths. Stay with it. A couple more. Slowly rise up. You're going to take your blocks again and bring them behind you. We're going to do some tricep dips to keep those triceps nice and strong. So you'll place your hands on the blocks, lift your hips up. We're going to lower down and back up. Down and up. You might notice it's a short distance, right? So it's a really small movement. If you're able to bend both knees and make both feet flat, you can find a little bit more depth through it. But if you're not able to do that right now, just keep the legs straight out in front of you, and that's totally fine. Let's do about 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Lower all the way down to the ground. And hug your knees in towards your chest. Good. From here, take the legs straight up to the sky. Bring the hands behind the head. And lower your legs down so that they hover off the ground. Just follow my pace. Press your low back into the ground. Lift the legs back up. And then go right back down. So you're only spending you're spending no time at the top. Lift up. And go straight back down. If you want to make it a little harder, lift your chest and your head. Lower. Lift it back up. Once you get that rhythm, just keep going. So the down is a little slower than the up. Let's do 5 more. Stay with it. 3, 2, last one. Now bring the legs back up, relax your head. You're going to reach your hands up, bend your knees to 90 degrees. Have your palms facing each other. We're going to do some crunches here. So lift and lower. Lift, lower. You can also take your hands behind your head as long as you're not pushing your neck. You're only using the strength of your core. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. 10 more. Stay with it. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the legs down, feet together, knees wide, hands on your belly. Feel the strength that you cultivated. From there, bring the knees back up. Bring your feet wide and let your knees knock together. And then maybe a couple windshield wipers if that feels good. Loosen up those hips and the lower back. And bring the knees back up to center. Bring them in towards your chest. Take your knees to the right. Arms out into a cactus shape. Option to put your right hand on top of your left knee. Relax the muscles in the forehead, and the cheeks, and the neck, especially on the exhale. The exhale is a chance to let go. Bring the knees back to center. Drop them to the left for your twist. And bring the knees back to center. Hug them in, give them a nice squeeze. And then when you're ready, release the legs, relax the body for a very brief Shavasana, but very important nonetheless. So don't skip this part. Stay here. Bring your awareness back to your belly again. See and feel the diaphragm expanding and releasing. And for the next couple moments, can you lengthen out the exhale so it's as long as possible? Now bring awareness back into your body through the fingers and toes. Take your arms overhead and stretch it out. Roll to one side, pause. And when you're ready, slowly press up to a seat. Thank you for practicing. I hope you feel great. Let's bring the palms together and bow in gratitude for this beautiful practice. If you enjoyed the practice, comment, let me know what you thought. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to see more videos. I upload weekly, multiple times a week. We've got HIIT, strength training, cardio, and yoga. So all of your movement needs are on there. So I would love to move with you again. And I will see you next time.